Yeah, Affinity's we're doing tons of cool things, tons of fun projects. Affinity is now distributed by J&B importers in the USA. So, any bike shop in America can pretty much be an Affinity dealer. Where go to your local bike shop and ask them to stock Affinity. Or if you work at a bike shop, just tell them to order Affinity product via J&B. We're also distributed by Blue Lug in Japan, and we have other big select dealers worldwide. Check our stockist page on the website. We just got a new website that launched, and we're doing a ton more soft goods and hard goods. Hats, and Terry's rocking one of the hats. And
hey!
We got Track of Dreams T-shirts, and we got Tark
You
Dreams.
guys made this. You made a gear chart too.
Yeah, we made a gear chart.
And you made a really cool video for it as well.
Made a fun video
here in this space. Actually,
the gear chart. The gear chart was a fun thing. That was an idea I had a long time ago, and was just, having distribution now helps make more products. So we've got a ton of new product in the works. Our cranks and chain rings are coming, and we've got. I don't know. We've got wrenches that are coming in January. We'll have toolboxes and new frames. There'll be some new our stainless steel road frames coming out, and then we've got a through axle disc, like an all road kind of bike coming.
Sick.
We may have some cool, exciting carbon fiber project that we're working on, and some other carbon fiber bits, and maybe some collaborative projects with some other people, and some new bikes, and maybe completes, and lots of new stuff. It's almost like a new lease on Affinity, because we're a pretty core company, and I really only like to make original product that fits a place in the market. And I feel like really from the beginning, the Low Pro was that product. I feel like there was no sort of streetable pursuit bike, and I think the Low Pro kind of hit that mark. And then then we made the Casina, and so I really try to produce product that's original and that has a place in the market. And being a small company that's self-funded, I've always had to be careful how much I produce, and I can't always make all the new product that I want. But now, having the company being, a bit bigger, and streamlining the company, and not having the bike shop anymore, I'm able to, offer more product. And then now with distribution, that's been a big game changer. So look out for next year. We're going to have a ton of new product, a whole lineup of product. It's been super cool, and lots of new fun things to come.
Just browsing through your website just reminded me, you made here it is right here. You did a collaboration with Hennessy, which is kind of cool. I think you should talk about that major. Because I've had a couple of bottles of Hennessy. Because there's some right there.
There's only one left now. It's half gone.
There's a couple of Hennessy bottles here in the studio. So
yeah, well, it also, we'll talk about Hennessy, but also, so many people don't know that Terry and I kind of share a space.
This is where Affinity's.
This is the Affinity HQ. We're gonna say we don't say it that much, but
that's why there's so many bikes around, and people always ask me like, "Oh, what's that? Why do you have so many nice bikes?" But they never mention why all those bikes aren't my size. They're not mine. Those aren't my bikes.
They're all mine.
Those are his bikes.
They're Affinities.
It looks good for me though, right? It's a good channel.
Yeah, I was watching the street before. I was like, man, the background looks pretty cool. It looks good. It's nice. It's moody. Yeah, so we share space, which is cool. It's cool for me because this place is. This place is cool and it's fun, and I work out of here. But having Terry in here is rad, and he does awesome things. So I appreciate that he's doing cool things, and we're coming together and working on some stuff. And he's been mentioned in the interviews and stuff, and so I'm a big fan and supporter. But
yeah, you came in. There's some mics in here, and you're like, "What the hell's going on with my space?"
I do bikes, and you do video and bikes, but I have like toys, and I'm all stoked about it. Terry's got these crazy cameras and things. It's also inspired me to shoot a little more. Like we did the glitch video. I call it the glitch video because my camera skills aren't really up to par, but he helped edit that. Terry edited the video. We did. It's on the homepage, I think.
Is that on this page?
Yeah. So there it is. Yeah.
So This was the Felix English Casino
Right, yeah.
frame.
We should talk about that one too. That's a cool project.
And Jason actually shot this one, and all I did was take his footage and edit it. But
he brought it to life. It
really doesn't work without the audio, but as you can see how glitchy it is, it's it was a lot of he took a lot of photos and video, so I just made it feel more like he shot a bunch of photos and kind of
it came out really good. He made it happen. He brought it to life, I would say.
And that's Ben Falcon with the paint in the booth.
Yeah, at Horse Cycles. Yeah. So I mean, what should we talk about? Should we talk about that, or we talk about the major? Yeah. So that was a cool, fun project. I'm now sponsoring a rider called Felix English, an Irish rider called Felix English, who's just an awesome guy. And I was turned on to him through a couple of mutual friends, and Pete Taylor from Star Trek, and Owen Mullen, who's an Irish sprinter who's trained in the States and whatnot. And it's one of those things, like we've sponsored riders, and sometimes people ask me, like, how did you get to sponsor this person? We sponsor Amber Joseph and other pros, and we sponsored other 6-day racers, and I was just turned on to him, and he just happens to be a great fit. He's just an awesome guy, and he's an Irish Olympic hopeful. He's on the Irish national team, and he's doing World Cups, and he got contracted for the 6 days of London, and 6 days of Berlin he'll be doing in January. I just got word that he's doing Rotterdam. So he'll be doing Berlin, Rotterdam. There's Manchester, and then also the one in Australia, Brisbane. And so we decided to trick out some bikes for him to make him loud. And so we did the Irish flag, and it all came together really quickly. And he rocked the 6s in it. That bike glows like crazy. So yeah, look out for Felix. We've got some really exciting things going on with Felix. And it turns out I may sponsor his partner for Rotterdam as well. So we may have 2 bikes in the Rotterdam 6s as well. So
you're going to do Felix the same Irish?
I don't know. I've been thinking about it. I mean, it's funny because I love so that's a split paint. If you watch the video, you kind of see it. And so one side, the drive side, is orange with sort of white and green graphics, and then the non-drive side is green with orange and white graphics. So it kind of represents the flag, and the orange glows like like highlighter, and then the other side is a little more subtle. So I think we'll do the same thing. I think we'll rock it. And then his Derny bike is kind of more pro, your typical like black and white. So, you can see the graphics and everything, but people really love the bike, and he did a great job, and he's super fast. And he just won the scratch race at the round 2 of the World Cup. So he's flying, and hopefully he's on par to do the Olympics. And if he is, then we may have something special up our sleeves for the Tokyo Games.
Japan, 2020.
Yeah. That would be awesome. Stay tuned. Yeah.
I would love to be there. Somebody fly me out. Fly me out.
Yeah.
Fly us out.
Well, if our boy Felix gets in, I think we're there. Maybe, hopefully, possibly. So yeah, I mean, and that's like one of those things that, like we try to do fun projects, and that's like that, cost me an arm and a leg, but is like totally fun, and supports racers, and that's like, I'm huge on that. And that goes back to like my BMX days, because like I was a junior racer that was sponsored by like bike shops. And, in a way, that's why also I held our shop like near and dear. And I think also that's why as a brand, I understand small bike shops and small business, and why we chose J&B to work with J&B. And I think that's why they chose us, because J&B, I remember I worked in bike shops as a kid, and I remember looking through the J&B catalog. And the J&B is kind of like I call J&B, I hope I'm not going to offend Mitch at J&B, but, QBP is the other big distributor. I call Q the white collar and J&B the blue collar, because Q kind of has the more luxury kind of exotic brands, and J&B has kind of, it's more of the parts and the, the nitty gritty, the bike shops, order like the parts they need and the regular kind of stuff. And Affinity is a perfect fit, because I've known J&B forever, and they're perfect for Affinity, and they treat us as their, kind of luxury brand or their upper tier brand. And it's given us an opportunity to grow, and they're investing in us. And, we know small business, and, the opportunities that were given to me as a kid with small shops and growing up in bike shops, and then having the opportunity to race for small companies and race for small shops and small brands, I now give to other racers. And then I also try to work with small shops and give them the same kind of opportunity. So it's fun to do these little projects and try to, you know, support racers. And, you know, then for me to race is a total thrill as well. So I get to like go to the racers and I'm like geeking out. And
you
then also
race,
I get some
and
like,
you get to be track dad.
yeah, that's cool. That's true. Yeah. It's fun to see these guys, and these guys are now like rippers. I mean, like Felix English and Amber Joseph, and, you know, Tom Rotheram, he won Rider of the Year, and, you know, then Jesse Shotland, who's just fun, and, you know, we swing it around and kind of have fun and, you know, race bikes and do cool stuff, you know.
Sweet. We're looking forward to some dirt racing.
Some dirt ride, some adventure, and, you know, like, and totally.
It sounded like you have some new products, so you're gonna have to.
We got a lot of it. We got. Well, it's a stainless. We got a stainless. I'll tell you that one. It's a stainless through axle all road bike that's coming soon, and that's gonna be. We also may have another bike, like, you know,
that sounds
working on something else that's super cool too.
That sounds sweet.
Yeah. Well, and also, you know, like we get approached by other companies to do projects, and we've had the, you know, really great opportunity to, you know, we've done like a Wu-Tang bike, and, you know, I'm working with Raekwon now to maybe do some more stuff. And we just did a new bike for him for his 611 factory pop-up shop. It's I got to know Raekwon pretty well, and
you guys know Raekwon from Wu-Tang?
Raekwon, Wu-Tang.
Anybody?
Yeah. Next year is the 25th, I think the 20th or the 25th anniversary of the Only Built for Cuban Links album. So he's done that. It's called the Purple Album because his tape was purple, and that was like a big deal. So we made a fresh bike for him. And, you know, then recently we did the major track bike. We were approached by Hennessy to celebrate the history and the career of Major Taylor, probably the single greatest American track racer of all times. He was probably one of the biggest professional athletes at the time. He was huge, and Hennessy is doing the sort of ambassador program, and they approached us to be part of the project, and we honored Major Taylor by making the major track bike, and we did some other soft goods in limited edition, we made a really special track bike out of the Metropolitan. They basically wanted us to do like a modern twist on what Major Taylor would ride today. And so that became the Metropolitan. That bike is really nice, and, you know, so we did some like classic leather bits, and then, you know, CNC machine parts, and, you know, just really
that's
put together a really nice bike.
First time I think I saw the Affinity branded cranks on there.
Yeah, they're making a comeback. Yeah, that was a great opportunity to kind of bring them back, and, you know, they really wanted a special bike, and we, you know, they had a nice budget. You know, like sometimes when you do these projects, they don't get how the difference between a $599 bike and, like, you know, these bikes are $2,800. But the difference is, you know, is incredible. And
I mean, it's got Thompson bits, and those are fills.
They're full wood hubs.
Yeah, like
what? yeah. I mean, it's
a good bike out of the box.
It's beautiful. Yeah. I mean, and they gave away all those bikes. We made like they gave away about 100 bikes. And
wait, they gave them away?
They gave away all those bikes. Yeah. And we had. It's funny. We ordered. I forgot how many. We ordered a couple hundred, I think a little less. And they had about 60 or 70 bikes, and then they wound up buying most of them. And more people wanted them. LeBron James got a bike. Nas got a bike.
What?
Yeah, like a lot of people got. A$AP got a bike. A lot of people. I'm
all
like,
of the Hennessy like
ambassadors. Yeah, and then a ton of other people as well. So
That's
it was, I mean, that was cool. Yeah. And then we got to do soft goods, like a really sweet jersey and Hennessy water bottles, and so that was cool. That was a really great project and fun. You know, like it's. You know, we built them all in house, and, you know, and brought on a bunch of people to help us do the builds. And, you know, most people don't, you know, like Affinity's, we're really just a small business, you know, and you know, rider owned, and, you know, even the people we work with or we hire part timers or freelancers, and, you know, but I mean, we're a small little company that just, you know, focuses on what we love, and you know, this project was definitely kind of like a really nice highlight of that, you know.
so we bring to a close the story of rigid control through the unceasing research and the highest quality.